Alone, hopeless, abused, neglected. How would you feel if these feelings were constantly being perpetuated throughout your life, every single day with almost no help to speak of? The foster care system is riddled with people that need so much help. These children that are in need of love and care and a family. It's somewhere that they can feel like they belong. I'm close friends with someone who was in and out of the foster care system his entire life, and I can testify to the fact that it was detrimental to his emotional stability, and even to this day, he still has trouble connecting with people. There are many kids that are without a family, and there are people out there trying to make theirs. By adopting a kid, we could help children that are in need of a good home, get them out of a corrupt system, and create families filled with love and hope and caring and compassionate feelings for each other. First, let's talk about the children that are in need of a place to call home. Too many children are in the foster care system and are in need of a safe and loving environment. The number of children that are abandoned into the foster care system is astonishing, as according to childrensrights.org, there are nearly 424,000 children in foster care system in the US. And if that weren't enough, it was shown that in 2019 over 672,000 children spent time in the US foster care alone. These children, they're being placed in locations and living spaces that isn't meant for a child to be living in. According to a quote from the LA Times, caseworkers and courts have been funneling children into crowded emergency shelters, hotels, out of state institutions, and youth prisons. Cold, isolating, and often dangerous facilities not built to house innocent children for years. And yet, the government and these institutions and these foster care workers are constantly putting these children back into these places of discomfort, of hopelessness, and where these children just do not belong whatsoever. There are places to take into consideration that shouldn't be used to take care of a child. And there's just so much that goes into taking care of one. The fact that they're completely overlooking and overshadowing the fact that they need a better place to live in is absolutely ridiculous. Next, we'll see how the foster care system is corrupt. The foster care system is supposed to be a way to help the children, but in many cases, it actually does the opposite. The number of children that are in foster care is huge, and the fact that they are being abused, it's just horrendous. These situations that the kids are faced every single day of their lives while in the system. An article written by Sandra Bass and two others states the journey through foster care is characterized by further trauma and abuse. And even in the best situations, foster care is inherently fraught with uncertainty, instability, and impertinence. These children aren't getting a place that is better than where they were before. If anything, it is worse. These children are being taken away from their parents at times, or if they were abandoned or left with an orphanage or an adoption agency, these children don't necessarily always live happy lives. They could be in the system for years without any source of hope and love that they really truly desire and need while being nurtured into being groomed adults and productive people of society. Not enough change is occurring fast enough in the foster care system to help these kids. From the same article, it was shown that reports of children being injured while in care thrust the system into crisis and rejection. Yet reforms in response to tragedy have generally failed as a result to in meaningful change. So no matter how hard we have tried to make a difference by changing the system, it just not has happened. We haven't pushed hard enough. We haven't been able to make a big enough stand and commitment to be able to help these kids that are in need of our help. Finally, We'll talk about the benefits of being able to adopt a child currently looking for a home. So, families that typically adopt are very satisfied with their adoption. In a study conducted by AmericanAdoptions.com, 85% of children who are adopted are in excellent or very good health, and the adopted children are more likely to have health insurance than children in the general population. Could you imagine the fact of just getting adopted alone and the benefits that the government then provides them gives them health insurance to be able to make themselves live happier, better lives? But a lot of the time, they don't get that help that they need while in the system. Children that get adopted receive many benefits like this all the time, and just the likelihood of having health insurance is incredible. People may even find the love and happiness that they were looking for in adopting a child with disabilities. In an article known as Murphy's Law, a couple was shown to adopt many disabled children, and as a quote from the mother Janet, it states, "It is family, it is caring, it is love. No matter if they're blood or if they're adopted, these children could be someone that you funnel your heart and your soul and your caring and compassion into. These people, these children could change your life, and you could change theirs simply by going out and adopting one in need." Now, despite not all children being the same, and the doubts that people may harbor with adopting a kid because of the stigma between loving blood or loving a child that's adopted, trust me, the bond between people that aren't of your blood is just as strong, if not stronger, than blood bonds. And so, in conclusion, if you're looking to start a family or you want to expand, go adopt a child and change not only their lives but yours for the better. Many kids are out there that are in need of a family and a safe place to call home. We saw this as we looked into how many children needed help, how the foster care system is corrupt, and how the lives of who adopted benefit. My friend would have had a much simpler life if he had a family that truly cared and took care of him and looked after him while growing up, but instead he had to struggle for years. So the next time you consider starting a family or adding a new addition to your current family, remember that there are thousands of children that are out there that are in need of your help, just like my friend did, and you have the power to change their lives for the better.